Good night, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is this House would ban a political campaign through social media. I agree with this statement. Political campaigns are an organized effort aimed at influencing the voting decision making process, and political campaigns always refer to campaigns in general election. The political campaign through social media has many negative impacts. The candidates deploy hoax to bring down opponents, like use the service of buzzer and bots. Buzzer and bots are spreading hoax to making of the maze, and they are making good opinions their team to attracting people attention who want to join with their team. And in nature of politics, media social Indonesia, buzzer and bots are often seen as a source of shape problems. They are a cause of polluting the conversation, and are prone to have a propaganda charge that tends to be biased to be biased in the interest of the authorities. But there is one way of campaign new that has not been too prominent and widely discussed: political advertising on social media. Advertising in the media of social often time using method micro-targeting, which utilize the data user for targeting niche advertising in precision. This method is considered prone to invasion of privacy and prone to spreading hoax. And that in Indonesia itself, campaign micro-targeting already used by politicians as like Jokowi and a team of his campaign, but has not been discussed as a serious. But on outside of of our country, the controversy, the advertising on social media, of social this has sparked a debate series, like for example, Facebook versus Twitter. Ahead of election, United States in 2020, Facebook was critic hard when the platform it spreads advertising politics Trump, which provide to contain hoax. What's more, Facebook also was questioned when the Cambridge Analysis and agency consultant politics provide to steal the data user Facebook to win Trump and on presidential election USA 2016. But at the bottom of the spotlight, critical Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg chose to keep letting the whole advertisement politics to circulate. They even refuse to allow out a check pick in edits for days, which are practically supports the spread of hoax and disinformation, prohibiting the display of a political advertisement, according to Zuckerberg, can hamper freedom of speech. Previously, Vice President of Affairs Global and Communication Facebook, Nick Clegg, also argued that as the media social, Facebook does not have the right to be the judge was wrong with an update. This decision certainly led to strong criticism and doubts by various parties towards Facebook commitment in dealing with hoax and privacy issues. Contrary to Facebook, Twitter stage will ban the advertising politics started 22 November 2019. The decision is delivered by the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, on Wednesday, 30 October yesterday through a series of tweets on the account personal. Doing fake checking on giant social media platforms like Twitter, it's not an easy thing to do. The process of verification, the amount of content that is about to be advertised certainly requires effort that is very large. Hence, the decision to abolish the ad politics gain any sense to reduce hoax. At the same time, avoid Twitter of scandals related micro-targeting and issues of privacy that is sensitive in the political of digital. And based on the statement CLO Twitter Vijaya Gage, Twitter will prohibit any ad that charge politically, including ads that bring issues of social policy as well as the issues of change in the climate, immigration, and so forth. So that the policies it will still create an climate of politics that is more fair, because the ban on advertising a political will negate an advantage of communication. Political groups have capital that is better able to pay advertising. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we agree with that statement. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is this house would ban political campaign through social media. I don't agree with this statement. The affirmative team tried to tell you about negative impact use social media when the political campaign want to attract the society to choose their team, like use the service of the buzzer and spread hoax. So I don't agree with this statement because so many positive impacts for political campaign when they use media social, and everyone should know that if you spread hoax, you will be punished. And in Indonesian itself has a regulation like Article 28 paragraph 1 of the Information and Electronic Transaction Law, or ITE law, can be threatened, stating everyone intentionally and without the without the right to spread false and misleading news that result in consumer losses in electronic transaction that can be treated with criminal sanctions based on Article 45A paragraph 1 of Act 19 in 2016, which is sentenced to a maximum imprisonment of 6 years and maximum fine of 1 billion rupees. The second point, the speaker of the affirmative said the political advertising on social media has so many negative impact, but I don't agree with that because according to Weintraub, things that become a problem major in is not an advertisement politic was his own, but the method micro targeting were wearing. Method micro-targeting are advantage primary, which is on platform media social than the media conventional like television because can deploy ads on the users is as specifically based on the data user are owned by platform media social. According to Ellen Weintraub, methods micro-targeting on advertising politics will make its content become difficult to be supervise. This is because this advertisement will be spread only to a handful of people, so it is difficult for the public to be widely known. With so narrative counterpoint to the advertisement, politics are becoming difficult to wake and distribution hoax more easily occur without any known to be extensive. However, if the ad policy is delivered in general, it will be with easily monitored and responded to by the public. Sure, would be more difficult to keep an eye on the contents of the letter were only deployed especially to some of the specific compared to oversee the content of billboards are displayed on the side of the highway. So the most important thing to do is to forbid political advertising to use the micro-targeting method, not to prohibit political advertisement at all, such as and then so and ladies and gentlemen, I don't agree if the political campaign don't using social media because so many advantage in social media. Advantage using social media very effective and efficient for political campaign and make the society easier taking information and giving opinions. Thank you.